Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Perfect. Awesome. I think we are live right now. This is exciting. Hello, everyone. I am your host, Romy Young, and you're watching Shuttler Spirit, your premier place for elite badminton mindset, where we interview champions, legends, ambassadors, and individuals that help push the sport of badminton in a way that's not recognized traditionally. We really would love to showcase what people may not have known before so that you'll be able to innovate and think differently about the sport and get excited about the sport of badminton. We do have a QR code over here, so please scan and follow all that we are excited about. So today's featured guest obviously needs no introduction, though I'm still going to do it so that you know how amazing he is. Our guest today started when he was 5 in badminton, joined a club at 6, and played his first tournament at 7, where someone in the stands mentioned, how can he play when he's so chubby? And that motivated him to play hard. And so he did. He went on to become top 2 in Indonesia at the age of 14, got invited by Jaya Raya Club, and at age 16 got called to join the Indonesian national team, where from then on winning Olympic gold medal in Sydney 2000, world champion, become world champion 2001 and 2005, was part of the Indonesian team to win the Thomas Cup in Hong Kong and Kuala Lumpur, 98 and 2000, and All England in 99 and 2001. I am honored and beyond excited to introduce our amazing guest, Tony Gunawan. Welcome, Tony. Hello, hello.
Hey, hello. Hey,
Hey.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you so much for joining us. And I cannot forget this. We have also another very, very awesome guest, which is Charles from IBL, the founder of IBL. Today, we will be talking about just the experiences and motivation, and also the mindset of how Tony approaches different situations. And I think with Charles here too, we can kind of reach a lot of parallels of how can we further the sport of badminton to the world? But to start, Tony, how's everything been?
Everything good. In LA right now, we're starting operate 50%.
Oh, good.
So yeah, getting better. Club is opening 50% capacity now. So we're starting our summer camp a couple of days ago.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, getting much better.
Yeah,
Getting much better. Yeah.
I guess it's good that things can get a little busier too, and I know everyone's kind of itching to play the game too. And Charles, in Toronto, how's everything? Has the restrictions been a little lighter?
Well, to be honest, the restrictions we're still in lockdown mode. But we're opening up shortly is what we're hearing. In terms of how operations will be, generally it will slowly open up, right? It'll open up in stages. So still on full lockdown with the hope that things will open up soon. And yeah, we'll take it one step at a time.
For sure, for sure. And I guess, Tony, back in Indonesia, is there like news of like how the lockdown situation is, or like the pandemic situation is?
Yeah, I think in Asia a lot of them is come back to lockdown again. I have family in Singapore is locked down again. So yeah, I think in US we are lucky enough. Vaccine is really fast, delivered. So we're quite lucky on that part. Awesome. So yeah, we hope the best for Charles in Toronto and you, Romy, and then all friends in the whole world.
Of course.
So yeah, hopefully get through this like fast.
I know. We do miss the human interaction.
Been too long. Yeah.
I know, it's over a year. The 2 weeks became a year, so it was so long. But no, let's jump kind of straight into it too. So the trends that you've observed, kind of coming from Indonesia, like what have you seen that's pretty similar, and what has been really different? I know you've been in US for close to 20 years now, right? So
yeah,
so quick.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that 2000 is 20 years ago. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
It's crazy.
But no, yeah.
Yeah. So I think well, culture is really different, right? In Indonesia, badminton is the only sport that can, win medal, a gold medal in Olympics. And in
Yes.
US, is badminton. When I came, is a backyard sport. So the culture is really different. The way players train also really different. In Indonesia, we have to do it full time, right? Like 6 to 8 hours, like sometimes 10 hours a day, which is in US it's 3 hours, 2 hours a day. That's for elite players. When I came here, we still have club in OCBC that time training like I think for 3-4 hours a day. So way different. They have school, they have work. So focus is not easy to get for badminton. Yeah,
for sure. And did you bring or try to bring some of that mentality, I guess, from the Indonesian side? Like
no, because
No.
I don't think that for me, after I experience both, right, I don't think 8 hours, 10 hours is necessary. Especially right now, the game is changed, right? The score is changed. My before my time, my longest game is 2.5 hours, 3 games. But right now, even with this score 21 points, some ladies single is like 1 hour 15 minutes, I think, and then ladies double there's 2 hours, I think. But it's lot less for men's, I think. So, but still, I don't think you need to be full time. I think everyone, in Indonesia, what I know, right, because they really full time since they were really young. So I think they still can have time to learn something.
No, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
No,
So
that's really cool. I guess Charles too. You've kind of because you were on the Jamaican national team back then too, and like I guess coming into Canada, did you see kind of that shift and difference too of kind of intention and motivation?
You know what? It's my story is a little bit different because I stopped in a couple places before I came to Canada. So I left, grew up training, introduced to the sport in Jamaica, and I left Jamaica when I was 19 and I moved to Malaysia. So I lived there for a year training. I had, I was in SBA, Selangor Badminton Association, that club there, and I had the opportunity to train with Miss Boone Sidek and Rashid Sidek for quite a while. And even the training there between the club that I was at and with Miss Boone's academy there was almost night and day in terms of the training. I remember going there. In Jamaica, we'd run a lot because for us, we didn't have as much access to courts, to badminton courts, right? So there'd be a lot of us on a few courts doing training, but we'd run a lot. So we'd emphasize a lot on the physical aspect. But I remember going to Malaysia and, one of the first things the coach asked me is what I did for training. When I told him about the running, he's like, then you should just go be a runner or a sprinter. That's not badminton training, right? So it was different, and then going to Miss Boone, I remember just the warm up for training was like running 5 laps around the stadium on the outside of the stadium walls, right? So there was that aspect of training, but then I left there and then I ended up in Denmark, and I was in Denmark for a couple of years and I played for a couple different clubs while I was there, and I trained at the IBA, International Badminton Academy, and I had a number of different coaches there. And then the training, the emphasis was definitely less on the physical side and definitely more on the technical and the mental aspect of it, right? So it was very, very different. And then coming to Canada, then the big thing with Canada is there are so many coaches and players from all over the world that ended up in, different parts of Canada, right? So for me, I came into Kitchener-Waterloo, which is really close to Toronto, and where in Markham was almost like the mecca of badminton, right? And had access to a lot of different styles of coaching and players. So it was quite the blend of instructions, right? That people would be able to access from coaches and just watching players, right? But with in correlation to what Tony was saying, coming here, he realized that he didn't necessarily have to put in that many hours in a day, right? And that's what I realized when I had that switch going from Malaysia to Denmark, right? It was a huge shift. For me, it was like I had to readjust going from Jamaica to Malaysia and then from Malaysia to Denmark, right? It was quite big that way. Even the Indo players that would end up in Denmark playing and coaching, it was a big shift for them as well. I remember hearing their stories, right? Growing up in Indonesia and then going there. So yeah, definitely quite a difference with the transitions.
That was awesome. I definitely don't have a huge badminton pedigree there, but I love badminton, a great enthusiast about it, and definitely want to further it through these conversations with awesome people like Charles and Tony. Tony, just curious, what is your style of badminton? If you can share with kind of our audience members here, and yeah, we'll go from there first, and we can explore there. Yeah.
My style, I think, keep it simple. And I watch. I still watching a lot of badminton in YouTube, and during tournaments. Those,
Okay.
if I can say my style is boring, it's very basic, nothing exciting at all. I think it's more of in my mind. I think it's more of, okay, if I can keep it in 100% in, and good quality, right? And then who knows, my opponent die, then I rest. If not, I keep going. I keep going. Instead of I gamble so much, right? If I gamble so much, like go all out, and then it's kind of like 50-50. Either you die or I make mistakes. So I think it's more of basic than anticipate, and yeah.
Okay.
So offense, if you style offense or defense, then my style is a little bit more offense.
Okay. That's awesome. And obviously you have various partners that you've created amazing kind of results with. Chandra Wijaya is definitely the one that you've made the most results with. And I'm sure you guys still communicate with each other. Like, what is his style of play, and how do you guys complement each other?
He is powerful, right? His drive, his smash is very power. His hand very strong. His defense is amazing. So at the beginning, actually, to adjust with him is not easy, because he always driving. He always challenges opponent. But he has his strong hand. I don't. Right. So when he challenges opponent, and then the opponent like give it to me, I always like struggling at the beginning. So, but how to I adjust is more of because he's have better result than me earlier. Okay. Right, before I partnered with him, he is world champion 97.
Yes.
Right? And when I partner with him, he played like that. For me to adjust is quite difficult. But coming on my mind, hey, he is the one that win a world champion, so I'm the one that wrong. My style is the one that wrong. So I try to catching up with him with do a lot of defense training, wall and all the stuff, like trying to catching up with his style.
Okay. Yeah. And like, what is that conversation, I guess, on court, like when you guys were adjusting prior to winning, all these tournaments? On court, does he give you advice as to what to look out for, or what do you guys talk about usually?
We are pretty close, actually. We at least like brothers. Actually, we are share same room when we start joint national team for 6 years.
Wow.
So even go at tournaments, we also still share a room. So we're pretty close. So we talk a lot. Like when I partner with him, actually it's pressure partner with him, but because we can openly discuss everything. So yeah, he's like one of, actually, his partner. He's my partner. He's a little bit younger than me, but actually he's also one of my mentor too.
Oh, awesome.
So yeah.
Like, what would you say is like one of the top advices that he's given to you?
This one interesting. Okay. Yeah. So this is one thing that he said. Okay, during training, right? During training, he said that, okay, when we play against our senior, right, try hard to beat them, so they can retire fast.
That's hilarious.
But I think one way is basically what he say. Then he's continue, right? But when you play against junior, you beat them up so they don't move up too fast. Right? The best. Yeah, we just, again, I think it's more of whatever it is, you just do your best.
Yes.
But that's how he I still remember that.
So does
So
he
I'm
have
like, oh, okay.
is he like
So
a
his
kind of a
mental is
Joker
very, very
type personality too? Like, does he like joking around a lot
Yeah, he
outside?
does. He does.
Oh,
He
okay,
does.
okay.
He does. Yeah,
I
yeah.
find a lot of badminton players
But I
like
don't think that's joking.
Well, it
But no, I
definitely
think
wasn't
his
respect
mental,
your elders.
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
his thinking is very strong. The way he think, his mental is very, very strong.
Oh,
So yeah, he
is
carried
it
me
stronger than
quite a
yours
bit.
even that time, you believe? Like, was his mental strength even stronger than yours?
Oh yes, 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 yes.
Oh, okay.
I mostly I think most of the time I just follow.
Oh, okay, okay. So he kind
I
of
follow
opens
him.
the
Yes, yes, yes.
pathway. He opens a pathway for
Yes.
you to kind of think
He,
with him,
like
kind of
teach
the
me
things.
how, yes, yes, to be, to be basically to be
Wow.
strong mentally was, yes.
Then, so let's say during kind of when you guys are losing during the game or falling behind, what
Mhm.
would he communicate with you in between the rallies? Like, is there certain things that he would say to make you feel kind of more confident or?
Uh, Mostly if during when we behind,
Yeah.
mostly he's gonna be more like mostly him, not me,
Yeah,
not much me.
okay.
Mostly him gonna like tap me in the back or like let's go, like really
Okay, like
stay strong,
motivate.
like oh yeah,
Yeah,
hold
yeah, yeah.
more, like or hold more or push more, be. But yes, I think it's
Oh,
more of be more aggressive instead of
okay.
yes,
Don't fall back. Don't hide away.
yeah, yes,
Oh, okay, okay. No, that's so cool
be
to
more.
know. Have you
Yeah.
provided that advice to anyone else then since then? I'm sure you have.
Uh, no, everyone is different. I think when I play with different partner a lot, right? With Halim, with
Yes.
Howard Buck, with everyone else. Normally, of course, like let's go, come on, it's okay, is
Yes.
common.
Yeah.
But so normally I don't talk that much during a match, during a game. So sometimes I only talk when I recognize something. Just say like, oh,
Mm.
watch out, they when um, just say with Howard, right? Watch out with example Matthias Bo and Morgensen. Morgensen like to cross
Mhm.
receive like those kind of. So I just make those conversations like small here and there because I don't want to talk too much to partner also to make them confused, right? So I
Yeah.
just basically encourage, and then if you recognize something, uh, yeah, that's mostly it.
Oh, okay, okay. So you let them be and let them run the course because you guys have obviously practiced all this stuff. But these
Yeah,
little
yeah,
encouragements, kind of like what Chandra does, just to
yeah,
don't forget what you guys were doing before too. I think that's
yeah,
probably the advice that you're giving, right? So, but yeah,
yeah,
with
yeah.
Halim, how has that shifted? Like, what is the difference between partnering with Chandra and partnering with Halim?
I think compare personality wise, right? Like Chandra, it's actually Chandra the one that lead, like lead the mental wise, like oh don't want to lose, cannot lose, so those or
Yeah.
those things. With Halim, it's a little bit more neutral. It's kind of like more of let's see what happened.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So yeah,
Oh.
those
So you guys
types.
are
So
more similar in mentality and personality than you and
so
Halim,
a little
or?
bit different. With Chandra, mentality wise is really strong. So I can say that when I play with him, it's more like whoever opponent is, it's like, okay, what do you want to do? It's not
Oh,
gonna work
okay.
with us. You defense, we're gonna attack all the time. You
Yeah,
offense,
yeah,
you're gonna
yeah.
pass it on you. Those kind of mentality, which is
Oh, okay.
amazing,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Like yeah, with Halim, it's a little bit yeah. See what happened because I think then I have the one that have to with Chandra is the one bring the aura, right? Like bring the mentality, like the strength, like
Yeah, yeah,
positive, strong mentality.
yeah.
But with Halim, it's more of me. So me, I'm
Oh,
more of like adjusting,
okay. As you go, kind of.
So see, yeah, just kind of like see what happened, then I find a way.
Oh, okay. So you
You know,
explore it together almost.
to see what's happened. Yes.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Or like what kind of things that my opponent do, what kind of things that we can do, you know.
Mhm.
But with Chandra, it's like just one way, like attack. Okay,
That's
whatever
all.
you want to do, I attack.
Well, I
So it's
guess
kind of like it.
that's simple for you then. So you don't have to worry
Yes.
about that part at all. Like
Yeah.
he will make sure that you guys are
Yes.
attacking
Yes.
constantly.
Yeah.
But you
It
just
is.
set him, I guess you set him up for more opportunities than for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
it's like I said, it's more of already set, you know, the game, the style, the way, like know each other pretty well.
Mhm.
You know, the trust also really good. So it's just one set of game plan, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, totally,
Yeah.
totally. I'm just gonna quickly jump into the rally that you guys won during the Olympics. Just kind of want you to share maybe a little bit more on um, I guess the feeling of it, because
Mhm.
obviously not everyone gets to play in the Olympics, first of all, and then second of all, winning the Olympics. I do like I started personally watching badminton from this time, which is like the 99 2000s. So I
No.
love the Indonesian and the Koreans kind of a battle because you guys were definitely, you know, head to head for almost like every tournament you guys were in semifinal finals. And
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember watching those like while eating for like during my university years. It was just like always watching the same game. All England 2000 semifinals and finals. I probably watched those games over like 500 times. So, but this one was men's doubles final against Lee Dong Soo Young Sung,
Yeah.
Yun Chandra. That joy, oh my gosh. So how did it feel? Because I remember the point before, you guys
Yeah.
thought it was in and then they called it out and then you guys had to redo it again.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember you guys celebrating already and then you had to do it again. But how was the feeling of
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. Uh, it's amazing. I think it's hard to describe the feeling winning Olympics, and
Yeah.
especially, you know, that's my first Olympics.
Oh, that's your first Olympics too.
Yeah, that's my first Olympics, and so win it is it's crazy. It's
Yeah, yeah,
crazy, but also you can see during that rally, the last one,
yeah.
you see whenever lift, right? If lift to for opponent to attack,
Yeah.
mostly we can me myself can lift to Chandra more
Oh.
because his hand is not much stronger than me.
Oh, so he can help. Just don't want
Yeah,
to
then
come back to
attacking
you.
to me, yeah, if it is cross, then I can counter it.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
but
yeah, exactly.
so we like if I have to lift, mostly I'm gonna lift to Chandra.
So was
So
that from a nervous side of things too then during that that
no,
or
because like
you
when
trust Chandra a lot
yeah,
more?
because
Oh, okay, okay.
like I said, right, I more like adjust. So when I play with Halim or Howard, then I lift to me more. You know, so it's just adjusting because I think Chandra defense is much faster, more, you know,
Oh, okay.
solid, more solid than myself.
Oh, okay, okay. So there's a lot of trust that has gone
Yeah,
into that for sure.
like smashing, of course, I'd let Howard smash, jump smash all the time. Not gonna, you don't gonna trust me to jump smash? No way.
Yes, we will come to that really soon, right away. But yeah, the second one right now that I'd like to showcase is with Halim. You guys winning world championships that time, and you guys crushing the Koreans, which I was so sad, but I'm really happy for you guys because Kim and Ha that time were definitely my big. I was like huge fans of theirs because Kim was kind of like I think kind of like you too, more like a specialist in setting up and keeping everything
Yeah.
like really accurate. Whereas Ha was the one that had that huge personality that also tried to smash everything basically.
Yes,
So,
yes.
but this one we will take a look. Oh yeah, super intense. Oh yeah, not this rally. Sorry, the next rally you guys won. We'll start with the one that you guys lost because
No, it's okay.
yeah. Wow. And
Uh,
was Halim pretty new in the scene too that time?
no, actually, I before with Chandra, I played with Halim already.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, so 90, I think 97, 98,
Okay.
I played with
Okay.
Halim, and then Chandra playing with Sigit.
Oh, okay, okay,
So
okay.
yeah, so Chandra and Sigit actually number one in the world. They won world champion 97.
Yes, yes, yes.
And then me and Halim is catching up. So we are actually number two in the world.
Ah, that time.
Yeah, but in then 98 early, I think Sigit got
Yes. I remember.
positive in drug
Yeah.
test.
Yeah, yeah.
Then got banned. So that's why then Chandra, PP, Indonesian Association,
Yeah.
like choose Chandra partnering with me.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
And then
So
how
that's
about your partnership with Halim? Then where did Halim had to go then?
yeah, to tell a story, that's what that time it's really hard for everyone.
Yeah,
I think
for sure.
for everyone because Chandra Sigit is kind of like number one in the world, kind of like almost for sure.
Yeah.
Right, contender, and then me and Halim number two. Actually, both of us is four of us is like quite strong in men's double that time.
Yeah.
So when association decided to partner me and Chandra, feel heavy for myself to replace Sigit. They are Chandra Sigit is world champion, and then the other part is to split with Halim, because we are number two. If Chandra Sigit no longer partner or available, and actually me and Halim is number one, right?
Yeah.
So it's pretty hard. So that's why actually a lot of the first tournament with Chandra, we're not doing well. Too much pressure. Too much pressure.
Like for you, like replacing at that time.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Then how did you kind of overcome? How did you overcome that part then? Expectation.
So it takes, I think, almost 6 months. So me and Chandra also we won Hong Kong Open, but I feel that's not really a good achievement because not that many players coming. And then we lost first round in Asian Games. Lost to because first round me and Chandra we don't have ranking, so first round me and Chandra play against Lee Dong Soo, Young Sun, and we lost
right away. Wow,
right away. Yeah. So but I still remember because Chandra that time actually after Hong Kong and Asian Games, and then Chandra asking me how do I feel, right? So I feel like I think I can play against the Korean, but I said that I just need to be stronger and faster because like I said, like Chandra's style is different than Halim and myself. Sure. Yes. So actually 99 98 99, that's right, 99 All England, that's my I forgot now, 98 99, but anyway, I still remember All England. I say to myself, this is my last chance. If I'm not doing good with Chandra, then maybe I tell the coach or Chandra itself, maybe try with someone else. And then
would you have gone back to Halim, or
I'm not sure. It depends on if Chandra want to pick Halim also, go ahead. Basically I just set what you call it, like a deadline for myself. Okay, sure. They choose me, like the honor already, but if I cannot prove it, then then maybe try someone else. So
but I guess it worked out, so
yeah. So so All England, I think we won, and then just keep going from there.
That was amazing. I didn't know that shift of, I guess because of Sigurd's situation, and then you had to kind of part from Halim and go to Chandra, and that shift was very different too, because the style difference.
Yeah, style different, but also like I said, like it's a coach and association decision. So when I talk with them, they basically, hey, you just do it. So okay, then I just do it.
You can't question anything then either. Right? Yeah. No, that's understandable.
Indonesia at that time, no. Yeah. I think way different right now because of social media and all stuff. But before, really just decide by coach.
Oh, okay. So there was kind of a structure there that you had to follow already.
Yeah.
No, but you make the best out of all the situations that's handed to you. So obviously from the results, you've shown that. So which is awesome. So let's move to, I guess, North America when you moved to United States in 2002. Maybe share a little bit of kind of why you wanted to do that move. And then why you came back, I guess, the 2004 and, obviously eventually winning world championships with Howard Bach in 2005. But yeah.
Okay. So
Yep.
after 2001, right? So 2000, basically, I won gold with Chandra. And then 2001, Sigit punishment is finished already. And then,
Okay.
yeah, so and then, association also trying Sigit partner with Halim, but it's not really doing well. So then association, I mean, the coach also split us again. Like, so Chandra back to Sigit and me and Halim, right?
Okay.
And then, it works pretty well because actually in my mind also like, split again, like start zero again, right? With Chandra, it's very solid already. Split again, start zero again, and then, but it's actually the plan is doing well because in All England 2001, actually 3 doubles is in semi-final.
Yeah.
Right. So me and Chandra in the finals, and then Egyan Plendy in semi-final.
Yeah.
So doing well. A lot of tournament is all Indonesian final.
Yes.
Right? Until 2001 world champion is yeah, that part actually quite lucky we won, and then because I think we have no pressure. Right. Honestly, sometimes with Chandra there is pressure because we won Olympic and we have to like show that hey, we are number one, right? With Halim we start over again, there's less pressure, I think. And then now it's pressure for Kim Dong Moon and Attackon. But they are super.
It really showed. It really showed.
Right? Me and Halim just coming up, right? And then they are silver medalists. So I think they're the one that under pressure. So we are quite lucky. But then after finish that world champion, then I'm thinking, already had got the Olympic gold and then got the world champion. What else is higher than that? Right. So thinking about what else, because I don't want to just stop in my badminton also. Well, not necessarily badminton, but other things. So that's why then I decide to try something else. So I move to US to continue my study actually.
Awesome.
So yeah. So
what did you study in US that time when you moved over?
When I came, it's not easy. When I came, no English at all. So it takes me paperwork and everything. So it takes me 1 year to go to the Fry University, which is private school. Then I take computer engineering for 2003, right? 2003 until 2005. So yeah, there's a lot of story that. So I take computer engineering, and then the 2005 world champion is in US in Anaheim. So 2004, the club that I work, Orange County Badminton Club, asking me if I can play. I can play again. So actually that time already, I still play tournament here and there, small tournament to help students to kind of feel how I play, how I hold the situation, handle the situation, those kind of stuff. Right. But not really train, not really focus as much. Right. Then 2004, the club asking, then I commit 1 year, play with Howard again until 2005. Yeah.
And then,
so then
like with schooling and I guess with building family, and then also learning the lifestyle of being in North America, plus the badminton side, I'm sure like there's a lot of pressures that time to balance all of that. And like, did you have someone that you could kind of talk to about these things to share? Like, did you call back, like with Chandra, did you have discussions about things too, about the life in in North America and stuff?
talk with Chandra is mostly casual, not really
Okay.
detailed. You know,
Sure,
yeah,
sure.
yeah, but
So you put that in.
mostly, but
Yeah,
mostly like that. Then I have my wife to talk to, of course.
Oh,
Like
okay.
we're
Oh, that's
together, yeah.
awesome.
So
Yeah.
yeah, but it's hard. 2004, I took when comeback training again. Have to forcing myself. You know, 6 in the morning train until 8, and then go school 8 to
Yeah.
3, and then back again training and coaching 4 to 8. That's my
Wow.
life.
Crazy. And that was for
Yeah.
like the whole year of '04, like '04 that time
Yeah.
then. Wow, that is amazing. But no, the results show. So that was all worth it then. Yeah. Because yeah, I don't know. Was there an expectation like with Howard that time when you guys went into the tournament? Was it to win, or like what was the mentality, I guess, going into the tournament itself?
So to win, of course not. So we are like 13 in the world, never win any major tournament. Like the best we
Yeah,
do
yeah,
is
yeah.
quarterfinal Japan, I think. Yeah, we won in Dutch and US Open.
Okay.
Right, but it's not as big of tournaments. But
Yes.
I think this part maybe I can share with the viewer, right? So first of all, we have to believe, right? We have to believe that we can. Okay, first, because if not, you're not gonna try 100%,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
But sometimes we need to see is that realistic or not.
Yes, exactly.
Right? So
Yeah.
honestly, that time for me to win the whole world champion is no, it's not realistic. Okay, but I break it down, right? Who I play against, right? So for me, me and Howard, my target is quarterfinal.
Okay.
Because of in round 16 we play against Malaysian. I think Chuchun and Chun Tang Fook. I believe I can win that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then after we pass that, so quarterfinal we play against Ericsson and Larson.
Yes.
And,
yes.
both me and Howard, we lost in Japan 3 games.
Oh wow.
With them. So then I'm like, okay, it's already fulfill target, right? So if I can go one more, why not?
Yeah, exactly.
So okay, I just go for it. And then turned out that we beat them 2 games. Then it's the same mentality, so it's kind of like believe what I can do in front of me. So yeah. Okay. So one at a time.
You don't set goals that are crazy high, but you set a standard one that you believe you can achieve. And then if you do pass that one, you kind of set that new goal as you move upwards, kind of thing. Then so cool. Man, yeah, that's pretty awesome. But yeah. So yes, I guess the next thing that I would love to ask you is the Koreans. I was really interested in rivalries, and obviously with good rivals it builds kind of your character too, because you need an opponent to play in badminton. Do you know, like, kind of were you able to have conversations outside of court with the Koreans? Like, was there a friendship there? Not that there needed to be, but kind of what was that constant rivalry that you guys had, because obviously you built each other's reputation as you move up, right? So
I think I really respect 4 of them. I mean, the 2 doubles of Korean, like Lee Dong Soo, Young Sun, and Kim Dong Moon Hattaekwon. Mentality wise, yes, it's because of them, right? So whenever, because they're really famous with their defense, they're solid, like power play and stuff. It's not easy to get to kill. Even until now, Lee Yong Dae, it's not easy to kill them. So they build their signature, like very strong in defense. So whenever we play them, what we have in mind, whoever me and Chandra, basically me, is like, okay, then get ready, get tired. They get ready, get tired. They cannot return it. But I don't have chance to communicate with them much during when I play because of language barrier.
Okay.
But after Kim Dong-moon moved to Canada, actually, he spoke English. We chat a little bit. Lee Young-soon actually moved to US.
Yes. Late
Yeah,
this year,
but
right?
now I think now he's in China. A couple of years ago, moved to
Yes.
China. But yeah. Then we talk quite more. So I think
Also,
it's really respect them because it's really hard, like very steady. Yeah, very steady.
no, that's so cool to see. Yeah, I think Kim moved to Calgary a while back too, also to learn, I
Yeah.
think the language and also like the different lifestyle. Even though, I think Canada is definitely way more tame than the US in terms of things to do, especially Calgary, like versus LA. So there's lots to do over there for sure. But yeah, I remember seeing Kim. He ran a training camp in Calgary that time, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is my hero that I've watched, forever. And then I remember seeing him. I was the first time I was ever starstruck, like seeing someone that I watch on TV so much. I'm like, oh, he's so much taller, and I didn't know what to say. I'm sure a lot of people when they approach you too, Tony, like they want to like create a conversation with you, but they're like, oh, this is my idol. So it's like they overthink things, and then you're super friendly with people too, because I've seen like when people try to approach you, you always like welcome them and want to have conversation with them too, right? So but yeah, we do have one question here a while back that I just saw regarding anticipation. I guess, how did you learn that, and how do you see anticipation then?
How do I see it? I think it's a lot of um, well, of course, a lot of training, right? Because even by textbook, by textbook, but your reaction and how you see the situation is by training. But normally, I think everyone, like I said, everyone have their own strength, their own habit, right? That you can try to recognize. So it's not guaranteed that it come out, but because of their strength, it will come out.
Oh,
In a way, during World Champion, right? Finals, right, against Chandra, because I partnered with him so long, right? And so Chandra is always famous with his drive.
Yes.
If you hit hard smash or drive to him, he's gonna drive back. That's his signature. He has his strength over there, which is no one can, I don't say no one can, but it's one of the strongest on the drive. So then I know that if I drive to him, he will drive back.
Okay.
So I just ready for that. So I just ready, so ready, get faster a little bit, ready for his drive. And then we take it, watch out with his placement, like cross placement, So those kind of things that, you don't be afraid with their strength, you just use it. You just be ready quicker, don't lose your balance, be ready quicker.
So you almost trust that they will use their strength constantly, and then you play it to your advantage, kind of a thing too then.
Because because I trust, like, you build good habit, right? Then because during critical situation you will come back to that habit.
Yes
Right, which is in Chandra case would be his drive.
Yes.
So in secret situation, even in trouble, he will still try to do fancy. But don't get me wrong, but that's his strength.
Yes.
And then when he make it, then people will, whoa.
It's always like that.
Like
see from the highlights.
Only him can do that. So just be prepared on that. So try to recognize what your opponent do.
So I guess the word anticipation is kind of linked with the strength of the person you're playing against, and playing to that strength where it almost you're using it against them to a certain extent. Then that's
yes.
But yes, there's some more questions here. Which skills was the hardest to learn for you? Footwork, smash, serve, defense. Like when you were starting out, was there things that were more difficult?
Everything is difficult. Footwork is tiring. Smash is tiring. I think for me is defense.
Okay.
Defense is the hardest. Because when I grew up is not really doing as much of muscle training. So when I joined national team, actually, I only can do like 10 push-up maximum. So my coach is like, what is this? How you can smash? So defense is my. So that's why when I partner with Chandra really good at drive and defense. So I struggle when I partner with him.
Oh, because when like you said, the opponents would like obviously deflect it to you, and then you have to. Oh my gosh.
Because normally if they smash to me, I just block. I just redirect. I'm not challenging. I try to pass them. So it's a little bit different, different style.
Yeah. I've seen. I remember one really distinct shot was someone, I think, pushing it back to the end of the court, and then I remember Chandra like went and then just held and then just drove. He did a drive from the end of the court. I'm like, holy crap! And it's like super sharp too and very impressive. But okay, we'll jump. This is all amazing conversation. Thank you so much for all that. Jumping into, I guess, that time when you're on the team, and being a player of the Indonesian team, the responsibility to represent Indonesia in kind of the world stage, through the Olympics or through the World Championships, was there a pressure there? And then also right now as an ambassador for badminton, not even now, even back then, what was the pressure like, or did you kind of take it in and shine, kind of a thing?
So I think the most pressure I got is for sure Olympics. During final, because a lot of, we are number one at that time, me and Chandra, so a lot of people expecting us, especially in Indonesian, right? And then make it worse, a day before finals, it's mixed finals.
Oh wow.
And then mixed final at that time, our teammates Trikus and Minarti in the final play against China, Sangjun and Gao Ling. Then they never lose against those. They never lose. And always like, so it's, everyone is already kind of like happy, like for sure, almost for sure, like one gold for Indonesia. So which is, that's our target, Indonesian target. So it's like, if we get one, at least, it's a little bit less pressure. But so they won first game, like, I don't know, 15-1, 15-5, something like that, quite easy. Second game, they leading, I still remember 13-10 or 13-9. So everyone, it's okay. And then they lost. They lose. Then third game lose. I'm like, wow, I'm like, that's it's kind of like my fault. I'm watching that. Like I'm watching,
I
like,
always
wow,
think that too.
like wow, like right away, like with cold sweat, right away. I didn't sleep the whole night. Cannot sleep.
Whoa! Oh my gosh.
So pressure is really high. Then I call everyone. Everyone, with all my parents, my aunts, like friends, the one that I never called before. I call all of them.
Oh, that's a huge pressure.
Everyone.
Oh, wow.
So just have I cannot sleep also. And then there is one my what do you call that, motivation mentor, my friends, his name is Andri Wongso.
Okay.
So I call him and then he give me advice. It's very good, I think. So he say, you go to restroom, right? Open the water, like loud, open water, and then you look in the mirror, and then you visualize how hard you train, then how you gonna pick up those medal. So imagine that, how hard you train, how your smash gonna be. Basically, you do visualization. It's gonna be. So it does help. It calms me down a little bit. But I don't sleep at all.
When it was good for you, it worked. You won the next day. So.
Calling, I guess the calling works. Like when you
calling everyone, I call everyone.
what would you visualization?
I don't think they know that I'm nervous. It's just like, because of course I'm not telling them I'm nervous, right? It's just like, basically I'm in the final. I ask their support, their blessing. Those things.
From that perspective, and to make you feel more calm, because I'm sure it rattled you when you watched the mixed doubles, the results of that, because the responsibility of gold is shifted to you
Yeah.
guys. Yeah. Whew, I can't imagine that pressure. But
actually,
yes,
not only me, because after me, there's Hendrawan also. Hendrawan is in the final too
yes,
for
yes.
singles.
Oh, I guess Jixing Peng that time, I think.
Peng, yes,
Yeah. That was
Yeah.
a intense game too. Yeah, crap. Oh, so many finalists there. But that time, I
Yeah.
guess, obviously you guys converted, which was great.
Yeah.
And I guess on the sport of badminton since then, how did you try to make it shine? I think this would segue very well with Charles's conversation coming in too. But I know that you've tried to make strides to make the sport of badminton known more in North America too, and with all the results that you had.
I think because the culture is really different, right? Like I said, when I came here, they not that many people know about badminton. They only know badminton is backyard, with the beer,
Exactly.
with the plastic birds. Also, but right now improving a lot. I think junior US and Canada, like Charles mentioned before, so many foreigner people players coming as a coach.
Yes.
Right now they're built because of before when I came US, the whole California maybe like 4-5 clubs, the whole California. Now only in Bay Area there's like 15 clubs.
What a growth.
Yeah, I think same with Toronto, right? Mark, I think it's the same.
Totally.
So that's why it's a lot of good coach. Like when I came, it's not that many. Like again, very limited where you can play. So now so many clubs, so many good coach. So the junior program is doing pretty well. I can say doing pretty well. So the only thing I think right now is to hold to keep them playing when they graduate from high school. That's the part is difficult. I think.
Well, with that, Tony, there's how you grew up playing badminton, and again, Indonesia is a very badminton-oriented country, right, compared to many other countries around the world. But then making that transition, coming here, and tying it in with the league where IBL is concerned, right? Because there is the league in Indonesia, and there are a few badminton powerhouse countries, right, that I know the leagues are almost the backbone of the sport in terms of the development of the players. So with all the training that you have done here in terms of coaching, right, well, in California, and right, is how do you see that playing out for all these young players that are coming up? Because there is that, that tendency when they get to about 18, 19, that there is not a platform for them to keep training or playing at, right?
Yeah.
But if you could talk a little bit about you participating, I guess, in leagues and back home, and what that did for your development, right? And then maybe what you kind of see it doing here in North America in terms of leagues playing a bigger role in the development of players and the longevity of players in the sport.
Yeah, I believe like what you do right now with Ignite Badminton League, I think that's a good start, right? I believe league will help. You represent, like in Indonesia. Actually, when I'm there, we don't have league yet. Indonesian league just recently, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. But every year we have, they call it national. Well, if you convert to English, it's national tournaments. That's when every players in national team, they go back to their club, represent their club. The team event every year. So basically I think you can say that's a league.
But well, yeah, from that, it's different forms, but essentially it breaks down into a league. Yeah.
Yes. So that's like, I think a league is like you represent, like I've been in Denmark league for 3 years. Then I'm in Japan coaching Tonami team for 3 years also. So I think it's kind of like you bring a pride players to represent their club, represent their city, state, like those. I think individual, right? But if you represent something bigger as a group, that will be help a lot to grow the sport. I think.
So cool.
Awesome.
So just a quick question, jumping into sorry, Charles. This is
No,
too
go for
interesting.
it. Go for it, Roman.
Japan has, I think in recent years, become such a powerhouse. I think Park Ju-bong definitely, made a stamp there. Their leagues there has been pretty amazing too. And how has the situation been you coaching for Tonami, which is an amazing club too, with great players, and the communication style? I think is English the main way that you communicate with the players, or?
Yeah, they have one staff that can speak English, so a lot of time is translating for me. But after first year, of course, everything first is always hard. Right?
Yeah.
But luckily, actually, Kamura Sonoda Kamura, Takeshi Kamura, he speak English pretty good, not bad. So he can translate. So, but after the first year and then second year, I think they're starting know what I want. So whenever we do training and stuff, even though they not really understand, they can guessing like pretty good.
So the anticipation.
Yeah. So they know what I want, what kind of training it is, because they're already familiar with my style, what I do already. So but Kamura, I think Aya Ohori is not bad English also. Some of them can speak, so it's okay.
No, that's amazing. Sorry, Charles, I'll hand it back to you. Yes.
No, I mean, I was just asking about the contrast, right? And again, just in leagues get formed in different ways, right? Whether, the way that Tony described, where it's kind of broken down, everybody kind of goes back to their hometown and then they represent the club, because some leagues operate on traditionally on a seasonal basis, and then you have some that are kind of going all year round, and then you have some that are a very short span of time, right? But there's like a big climax to the year kind of coming to an end. But just with how the league has developed in recent years in Indonesia, and just the awesome job that they've done in India, right? And of course, there's a Danish league and others around the world, is when people are looking, young people, and I'm talking now, you're looking at grassroots and developing the players, and they get to see those elite players at that very high caliber playing, and they have that chance to maybe go up close, right, to participate in that, and then participate in leagues on a lower tier to then develop and grow, right? That does a lot for development. Just in terms of competition, a lot of people underestimate the importance of playing tournaments and what it does for your own training. So when you get to that bigger stage, what it does for that mental aspect, when you train and you communicate and you push yourself, right? Kind of like how you were talking about, Chandra, pushing you from the back. Right. Is that, and it wasn't so much of smash harder or play faster. It was just be more aggressive in your presence, right?
Yes.
But a lot of that is psychological, that you develop through playing more often. Put in those situations.
Can I leave for a second? My run out of battery.
No problem.
Sorry.
No problem.
So I'll get my charger first.
For sure, no problem. We will pause you.
We've been going at it for a little bit.
For a while. It's longer than expected, for sure. Real life situations, guys. So this is real. It's live. But no, this has been an amazing conversation with Tony and Charles. I think we're receiving amazing information from different perspectives. With the league side itself too, definitely. It's really hard in the North American kind of side of the world, where we can't sense the importance of league. I guess in different sports there are.
Well, in different sports you see the importance of it, and it develop it within badminton here.
I think it's more Tony's back. Sorry, Tony, I put you back on mute, but you can unmute and we can come back. So the light is brighter too, so that's probably good. So you're still on mute. I will give you the unmute button.
Okay.
Perfect. We're back.
Is it too bright or?
No, it's perfect. It makes you
Okay.
seem more glorious. So that's good.
So
That's
I think Charles, I want to add about the league, right? I think if possible, it will happen in in Pan Am, especially US and Canada, because the culture is very different. I think it's really necessary for US and Canada to have those leagues. So because it's again not that much tournament, especially not that much of team event. Right. So the kids, the young player, they don't really experience as much because again, I think in US and Canada, badminton, they are too individual. Everything is individual. Everything is supported by parents, So then they don't really experience much of when a team event. Sometimes you don't play, right? And then it's for your team, right? So those the one that I don't think many of young players understand.
Yeah, that importance of kind of more the bigger picture.
Bigger picture, yeah.
As a whole, right?
Yeah, because in Indonesia, you mentioned Thomas Cup, right? I played Thomas Cup 98 and 2000.
Yes.
Actually, I joined also on 96.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So 96, I joined Thomas Cup, but as what you call it, a smasher, not even a backup, as a smasher. not even a backup. So a smasher only,
Really?
And then as a junior, so doing laundry for senior.
That's amazing.
Good, yeah. So again, it's improvement, right? So 96, I as a back, not even a backup, just a smasher. 98, I joined, but that time is Chandra Sigit and Ricky Rexy. So I'm a backup, and I don't play at all, not even once.
So wow, you got a medal. You got a medal.
I got a medal. I think that.
We're doing
but it kind of like hurt because again, I want to play, right? They chose me not with my partner that time, 98. I think with Halim or with Victor, I'm not sure. But anyway, they only bring me, right? So I want to play, but then when play against first round, it's like I think against Sweden or something, which is supposed to be okay, like for me to play supposed to be okay, but the senior like Ricky Rexy, they want to play for warming up. Right, so I'm like, okay, then we have to, right, not playing at all, right? Then because like I'm thinking, if you take this with Sweden and those, then play against China, there's no way they cannot put me.
For sure.
Right? That's too important to put like whatever the backup, right? Basically. So okay, then yes, I don't play at all on 98. So wait, then
sorry, do the seniors get priority in
of course.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
So there is that.
So yeah, like I said, I'm a backup at the beginning as my answer only. So again, the coach decide, of course. But so they're asking like, okay, should let Tony play, or but again the senior they want to warm up basically again. So don't play at all, and then 2000 become the main, right? The main player. So then I'm gone. Go to US. But so that's the time. But don't get me wrong, I really love playing team event. Really love playing team event. It's different. Yeah, different. Even though didn't play, but to be part of the team, you cheer for them. It's
a different atmosphere.
Yeah, it's very different
atmosphere. The sport almost becomes a different, I want to say, animal or beast, because you enjoy it in a very different way in that team setting. And then even though you were a smasher, I mean a backup player thereafter, I can just imagine just having that association with those players at that event. It still did a lot for your development as a player in later years, right? Because you probably learned things there that you wouldn't have learned staying back at home.
Yeah.
Of course. And I think like what Tony was sharing earlier about the pride and kind of being part of a bigger thing too.
Yes.
And how do we see? And it begs a question of how do we bring that to here when the culture itself is very much like you mentioned, Tony. It's very individualistic. It's very like singular, and it's hard to, think of someone else and giving glory to other people.
Yeah.
And it's very much in, I think, the other side of the world, like back in Taiwan, it's very similar to where I think Chinese culture, it's all about, family, community, where you
Yes.
can sacrifice the individual to give more to the whole, kind of a thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I guess it's a cultural difference that's hard to
Culture,
communicate, right?
yeah.
And yeah.
I think just the understanding, like need to create the system that at the beginning, again, anything the first time is always going to be hard. So
Yes.
it's going to be hurting a lot of people, young players, if they don't play.
Yeah.
But you get used to it. You got the like, again, like you explain to them, this is for bigger picture, right? For your, I don't know, the team, club or city, right? In Denmark is city, I think, right?
Yes.
You're representing city. So then they have to understand this is not about only about individual. Even individual, you do your part, even though you don't play, you support. Like what can you do? Still part of the team. So so again, you need to understand that to win, it takes everyone, sacrifice everyone. Don't get me wrong, even you play, you have pressure to perform,
Of course.
all right? But if you only just want to play because you just want to play, but that's selfish, right? That's selfish. That's hard, right? So that's the part that it's not easy to make young, especially young players understand.
Totally.
Oh, that's great. That's great. And I really appreciate you sharing that perspective. And even some of the things that you talked about earlier with you being number 2 in the world, number 1 in the world, winning, and the thoughts that you had in the sense of, depending on which partner you played, I will just lift more to my partner because he's a stronger player. Yes. Right. But a lot of people hearing that wouldn't think that someone of your caliber at that level would even have those thoughts. It's like, okay, you are invincible because you are number 1 and you've been winning and so forth, right? People not looking at what you've gone through, right? In the sense of looking at Chandra and looking at Rexy and the rest as your seniors, and like, okay, I have to humble myself and learn as much as I can from them. And then, at a later stage, you step more into, I guess, more of that, you mentoring other players that you partnered with later, right? And learning from, teaching them what you learned, earlier on, right? A lot of people don't look at that and just figure, all right, he's great, because you are an icon, right? In the sense of the things that you've accomplished for your country, right? Or countries. Right. And right, and you as a player, you as an individual, right? But a lot of people don't look at the hard work and the sacrifices, because if people really pay attention to what you said about your transition moving from Indonesia to the US, right? What you went through in terms of doing school and then deciding, okay, yes, I'm gonna play again, I have to train again, I have to put myself through that grind of that hard work to and it paid off. Right. But a lot of people don't see that. So it's really great that we have this opportunity for you to share that kind of insight of, what it does take to win and compete at that level. Right. And just even a little bit of the mindset behind that. So we really appreciate that.
No, I think it's really cool, just to jump in really quickly too. And I'm sure Tony knows all this, what he's done prior to. But I think sharing with the audience right now, when you talked about, it seems like there's a lot of first, because you had to restart a lot of different things and jump back to first and reset. But I think your mentality is so strong that I don't think you think of it that way anymore. You're like, it has to be done, then you just do it, kind of a thing. Rather than being like, oh my gosh, it's the first time again, I have to retrain everything. Because I think that's how I would think. I'll be like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do this again. But because you had probably that, you gave yourself that mindset and a goal to want to achieve a certain point, then this is just something you had to do. Rather than
I think come back again to like again, like when split with partner, this is coach decision. right? So of course we try, hey, like argue with the coach and stuff, which is normally there's no way. Already in my mind, like, oh, I just talk, but still coach decision anyway. So basically it just do it, like go for it, like just do it, just take it, swallow it, move on.
Exactly.
Then adjust. I think the key is adjust, like adapt and adjust. Move on.
No, it's like that's what you do on the court too. Let's say when you're talking about teaming up with Halim, especially that time where you guys explore as you go. I see that same parallel that you have in how you treat life in general too. And like Charles and I definitely had this conversation of how gracious you are with people too, and you enable people and find these opportunities to help. And you don't even think of it that way. It's more like, oh, this person needs help, I'll just lend a hand, rather than physically, really thinking about I'm assisting this person. What do I want to get out of it? You don't see things that way at all. At least that's how we've experienced it, and we're super appreciative of that. But yes, I know we've gotten a really long way from kind of where we want. Like 1 hour was a time. We're a little past that, and
Okay.
I apologize about that timing. But there's last few things we do want to cover.
Sure.
One thing is player that you admire in the past and in the current. Who do you really respect when you played badminton as a player, and then now as a coach? Who do you see as kind of the rising star, and who do you respect a lot?
Oh, quite a lot. Quite a lot.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because
you
I
name them all. It doesn't
really
have to be one. Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah,
then of course, like Christian, right? Christian Hadinata,
Yes.
my coach, right? Harry,
Yes.
Park Ju-bong, right? And then rival is Kim Dong-won. Current is Hendra Setiawan.
Oh, such one.
And then of course Chandra is one of my mentor too. So yeah, it's quite a lot. So mostly it's just learning. So again, like if you asking me like so many questions, like how you can play with this many different partner, right? How you adjust. So my answer is quite simple. Just pick a strong partner.
That's the best. And that's why you're smart. You're smart in picking the right partners.
Pick a strong partner. Then you'll be okay to play with anyone.
That's hilarious. So remember, people, just pick a good partner.
Pick a strong partner.
Yeah, and then pick a good team so they can represent too. So,
for an joke aside, I think Tony's strength is his ability to adjust.
Oh yeah.
Right, to make the best of the situation.
Yes.
And adjust, and that's what winners do.
Yes.
Winners find a way, right? And you find a way regardless of the partner you're playing with. Like, I've played against you. I remember this was Pan Am Games first round, and man, that was an exhausting. I'm gonna say first 5 points when we played against it, because you and Howard was just defense, and me and my partner Garrett were just like smashing. I'm like, will this rally ever end? And we're like, what's the score?
Yes, it's like 0-0.
Yeah, but that aside, I've seen you play in other tournaments with various partners, even those fun tournaments, some of the Masters events that we've played in as well. And I've seen you play with different people, and then the thought process was just like, okay, you just play your best, have fun, and I'll take care of everything else. And people love that, right? Because you're that technician. It's like, you just have fun, and I'll take care of everything else.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty awesome.
No.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that, yeah. But
That's
it is my mental, like okay, you go the best you can, then okay, I try my best.
Yeah.
The rest of it.
Yeah, that's what you're so amazing at, is how you mold to your partners, and you enhance what they're doing rather than play your own style almost. And you figure it out kind of what benefits them as much as possible. I think that's like super impressive, and not just on the badminton court. It's also off court too. I really appreciate kind of what you've offered to us today. I do want to give a shout out for you for the Global Badminton Academy that you're running, and then also recently you started on YouTube Badminton Overtime, which has been amazing. Great job on that too. We will keep trying to push those things that you're doing right now. But maybe give a little background as to what Global Badminton Academy is about, and then Badminton Overtime, kind of what you want to do with those two things.
Okay. Global Badminton is created me and my wife like after Olympic, right, 2012. But actually we start 2011,
okay.
Right? And well, again, it's more of after I'm finished some part-time playing, part-time coaching. So it's more of full-time and try to develop badminton in the US, right?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, again, is sharing my knowledge. Mostly my point is the players, this young player growth, right? Because like if they thinking, oh, you want to put you want to put your kids to my academy to win, I don't have that power.
Yeah.
But to grow, yeah, okay. So
Right.
yeah, so I think that's the mindset that we have. We want them to grow not as a good badminton player, but as a person. So basically, we just teach some more of mental, how to handle school, how to handle training, hard training, those like how to handle competition stuff.
Yes.
So that's how for Global Badminton. And Badminton Overtime is created by my students, former students, because she used to train with me in Orange County, and then school happened, and she worked as a dentist now, and the other one is on office work, and basically she still want to train, but it's so far and then no time. So that's why she's like, hey, why not you do a YouTube teaching?
Yes.
So again, the purpose is to share what I know. Hopefully, can touch more people, and whoever wants to learn.
Yes.
and see how how it goes.
Oh, I think
So, yeah.
it's really impressive, like what you've done, and definitely we'll try to keep help promoting what you do too. We're growing from our. Yeah, it's a great message that you have for sure. I think it's that creating better people, not just badminton players.
Yeah.
I think badminton definitely does help in that because yeah, the whole training of being better at something goes really hand in hand with living in general. We do have a last question here.
Sure.
What can be done to get kids who don't have a parent or friend badminton connection to be introduced and fall in love with badminton? In other words, what can be done to increase popularity in the non-badminton circles? Because yeah, what we're promoting is already kind of preaching kind of to the choir, I guess. But what if someone has never heard of badminton before?
I think, yeah, again, then one way is to, have to introduce, right? Like the first time we introduce badminton to them, like how fun it is, to show a beginning. I think shuttle time BWF doing pretty well on those, right? And then and then you also show how professional play. So like I said, when I played first time I came here, and then I went to the Fry University, and then when I have tournament US Open, I invite my professor to watch, right? Because they never know. So when watching, like, whoa. So again, they because again, in their mind is badminton very slow, right? It's only tapping things over the net. So yeah, I think shuttle times, and then I do a couple clinics in, I think, North Carolina before, long time ago, also to go to the school.
Oh, awesome.
Produce, yeah. So those things, I think will help.
Okay.
Yes. Then from there, that's a start. Then I think, like I said, right, anything. I think the start, and then follow up.
Yes.
And then keep consistent.
Yeah.
Work or not, keep consistent. So then you try to find it. I think that's one way. Yeah.
No, awesome. Tony, thank you so much again for
pleasure.
amazing information.
Enjoy.
Charles and I definitely we're super thankful for you to definitely be on here, and would love for you to join us in the future too. And hopefully we can connect with other amazing players that you have connections with in the future too, because
Yeah.
I think people have that kind of hunger right now when we're at home. We can't really play too much right now because of the pandemic. It's cool to
Yeah.
just see these people like you that are legends in badminton, but also like how cool people how cool you guys are too as just regular people, because I think people don't see that side as much.
Yeah.
When I hear Tony Gunawan, it's like, oh my gosh, I have to be proper, because he's a legend in badminton, but yeah, and I know you totally don't feel that way, but you've performed at such an elite level that people naturally, I think, put you up there. But you're so hospitable in just how you share your information, and I wish people can see that more too, that people that are performing at really high levels, especially the masters at what they're doing, definitely want to keep passing on the message to people too, right, of how wonderful the sport has been to them, right? So
thank you so much, Roy. Thank you.
Really appreciate it. So thank you.
Yeah.
But thank you, Charles, too. I never forget you. So.
Thanks, Charles.
Hey, man,
Charles is
I'm
awesome.
just a fly on the wall here,
Never a fly
it's
on
all
the wall.
about Tony. It's all about Tony.
Yeah, yes. Thank you so much again. And guys, if you do have any questions, please leave it in the comments. I will definitely reach out to Tony if it's specific to him. But we will try to keep bringing amazing people on the show and champions too, and ask them about their mindsets regarding the game itself and also in life. But thank you again, everybody. We will chat soon. See you guys. Bye.